Good morning, market snipers. Welcome back. This is Jesse getting started right at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, again, right on the dot. Of course, we've got a lot to cover the first 15, 30 minutes. We're going to go through the charts, Bitcoin, altcoins, stocks, etc. And if you're new to the channel, awesome, welcome. But if you're returning, then definitely put in the comments similar to Javier. If you want me to request something on the second half of the live stream, can you chart Forex USD MXN, right? Search without slash. The more details you put in as far as like the ticker symbol, if it's Forex, stocks, crypto, whatever it is, just helps me search for it faster. And then we can keep the stream moving along and chart more requests. So thank you, Javier. Welcome back. Good to see you put in all the details over there. I appreciate that. Thank you. It's been weeks since I'm not an early sniper. Today is the day. Good morning, everyone. Awesome. Welcome back. All right. So let's jump into it. Bitcoin. What I put in the banner? The banner was Bitcoin is still not out of the woods yet, right? Still not out of the woods yet. Good sound today. Well, yeah. I mean, that's because I didn't actually hit the mute button on the microphone, and then 7 minutes later, realized that I went through an entire rant, and the comment section was getting blown up that, hey, there's no sound, right? So, yeah, a little bit of a difference when you don't hit the mic. So, it's been known to happen. It's a live stream. We just roll with the punches, not get too upset about it, right? So we just do what we can. Henderson, welcome back. Elite Dawn, YouTube, good to see you. Good to see you back. So early for return of miners bull run. Woo-wee. Yes, miners are still trying to find bottom, right? Still trying to find bottom. So this is what I was talking about on just before we jump right into the charts. Bitcoin, right? Still hovering around $70,000. Still, right? For above that 69,300 area or 68,300 area, still above that. So we've been talking about it since March 4th, that basically a little over 5 weeks now, probably, that it's been above or around 68,300 and continues to do so. Trending dots are still curling up. Had that last buy signal over here back on April 4th. So it's been a week. But we still haven't seen like that massive breakout, like that massive move up to the upside, right? So you got that correction, kind of building up momentum, and then finally it takes off to the upside. We haven't seen that yet. We're still not out of the woods yet. So a couple of things I want to show you. Of course, we're still looking at this possible bullish pennant. We don't know if it's going to work out or not. And of course, if we start getting daily candle closes back above the 73,170-ish, then of course I got the rocket ship up over there. So we're not there yet. We are not there yet. And we are not out of the woods. So a couple things. First and foremost, we don't even have a buy signal on RSI yet, right? So RSI 2.0, we don't have a buy signal. You can see there's buy, there's a sell, there's a buy, there's a sell. There's no buy yet, right? Over in the Discord, drew out this, it's not even like a real parallel channel, but I drew out this channel over here, just kind of like showing that, yeah, it could break a diagonal, but still just consolidating sideways overall. And of course, if you start getting candle close on RSI back above there, that's a bullish move, right? So still has not had it yet, still has not broken above it, putting in higher highs over here yet, right? Still hasn't made a higher high from March 17th and hasn't made lower lows either, right? So you got this pivot point and you got this pivot point over here, and it's been putting in lower highs and higher lows at the same time. So consolidating, contracting, almost like a rubber band or Bollinger Band, right? Where it expands, then contracts. So that's what that's why I kind of see it doing right now. So based off of RSI 2.0 indicator, we don't have a buy signal yet, right? So we're not out of the woods. The trend hasn't reversed fully. And even if it does have a buy signal, it doesn't mean it could be, a longer term play like this. I would assume that it would be, since it was already up in this area of pretty high RSI above 70, 75, and then you get a buy signal, probably not going to last too long, right? So still looking for a buy signal on RSI. And then if we go over to, I posted this chart earlier today on the Twitter X app. So definitely follow me over there. But there's a bullish crossover here on the MACD. This is the daily chart for the MACD. Bullish crossover, bearish crossover, no bullish crossover yet, right? So another reason why we're not out of the woods yet. One positive though for the MACD is that you can see the histogram. It was a bigger histogram over here on the red, and then it became less while the MACD continues to go lower, which is divergence, right? So you got some MACD histogram divergence as of right now. I don't take that as meaningful as like RSI divergence, but it is something to note that, hey, there is divergence being spotted on the MACD, and RSI is not picking that up as of right now. There's no bullish divergence on RSI as of right now. So will we get a crossover? Too early to say. Another positive is that, okay, so there's no bullish crossover, right? But the two positives are this that I see in the MACD. You got the histogram moving this way as the MACD is heading this way, right? So the divergence is number one. Number two, the MACD is still above the zero line. So I got the zero line kind of mapped out here with this yellow dotted line. And when it's still above the zero line, that's still in bullish territory. So you may not get as big of a correction as the MACD is dropping, as it's still above the zero line, right? So just want to point those two things out. With that, let's keep going. So other than that, there's nothing really to report on Bitcoin. It's been above 68,300 since March 3rd, so about 5 weeks. RB is back again on the live crew. What's happening? RB 2 days in a row. He's probably one of the best replay crew members out there, probably the best. And now he's made it 2 live streams in a row. Something's wrong. Was it the solar eclipse? Espresso in hand. There you go. Get that caffeine rock and rolling over there. So that's Bitcoin. Let's go into altcoins. Still watching the same thing on Ethereum. Possible low, possible higher low. Watching the trending dots, right? Watching the trending dots, and we'll see if it breaks out. See if Bitcoin kind of leads the way, maybe a day or so ahead of time, maybe a week. And then we'll see if Ethereum follows after that. What else? Solana. A lot of times I was saying Solano. If you remember the early live streams back in September, I was calling not calling it, but a lot of times I'll say like Solano instead of Solana. But anyways, Solana or Cardano instead of Cardano. When you're moving quick over here on the charts, you might substitute an O for an A over there. So Solana never hit target 2 as of yet. It still could. Trending dots are still trending down as of right now. Chainlink still looking to find bottom. Was this the bottom back here at on March 20th? Possibly. Too early to call it. Still downtrend as of right now. Near drew out this handy dandy TA work out over here on the live stream. Whether you move it up like this or it's down here like that, the overall idea, right, is just it's going to fill that space up, down, up, right? And then once the breakout is happening and you're getting back above the trending dots and you're getting a pending buy signal, all that stuff, everything is lining up, right? Then would be your next possible buy the dip scenario. If you bought this buy signal back here, and it starts to move back up, you probably want to move that to break even. So even if it comes back down and stops you out, at least it's a risk-free trade, right? The bottom could be in, could also retest the bottom, right? Test it once, test it twice, could take it out. So it's just part of the game, right? Just part of the game that if you took this buy signal and that was your reason for taking a buy, don't forget to also utilize the sell signal, right? So the buy signals work best when you're using sell signals alongside of it. Posted that earlier, right? Posted that earlier. Strategy. Let's see. Let's strategy. Buy signals work best when used alongside sell signals, right? So a lot of people get good at buying the dip because of the noise, narratives, wherever they're looking at, but then they forget to take profits when there's a sell signal. So don't get caught up in the noise and the narratives. If you're good at buying but not also selling, then you're most likely caught up in narratives and the noise. Build out your strategy to do your best to block out the noise, trust what you see in the charts, and execute to the best of your ability, right? Everyone's ability to execute their plan is going to be different. So not everyone's going to be good at executing a plan. Some people are, it's just the nature of it. Some people can't block out the noise. Some people get caught up in the narratives. They can't control their emotions. So you could have the best strategy. You could have the chart. You could be reading the charts, and then at the end of the day, you still can't execute what you're seeing on the charts, right? And that's because of emotions. That's because of narratives, because of your bias, because of the noise that's out there that's not blocking. Whatever it is, those would be the reasons why. So just want to point that out. That's near. Not much really to report. Dot still trying to find bottom over here, still in a downtrend. Sand, similar thoughts. Filecoin, similar thoughts, right? Had that buy signal, flip back around, right? So again, could this be the bottom? Sure. Kind of wicked over here. Could it take out that wick? Definitely, right? So still in a downtrend as of right now. We can move the arrow down here, right? So this would be at least one fake out. You could probably even call that a second fake out if you didn't move the downward trend line, right? So downward trend line kind of like that. So then put this over here like that. So anyways, that's Filecoin over there. Algo. Similar thoughts over on Algorand. Mana. Pointed this out over here, right? Still trying to see if it's going to break out or not. Still battling that downward trend line. 1, 2, 3, 4 days now. 4 days, Mana has been battling that downward trend line. We'll see how it plays out. Still right around the training dots as well. Cardano. I almost called it Cardano. Cardano. Still watching the same thing. Ferrari, right? Will this rising wedge kind of play out? We don't know yet. Too early to say. It was based off. I drew this based off of a lower time frame. I think it was the 8-hour or the 4-hour chart. So it's possible it kind of plays out like that. So we'll keep an eye on it. Higher time frames are ultra bullish. Weekly chart is ultra bullish. I don't know about the monthly chart, but the 3-week chart had a pending buy signal on the 3-week chart. So all things to consider. Matic still trying to find bottom over here. Looks like it came back down, retested where the 200-week moving average is at about 85 cents. Still looking for that bottom. Atom, same thing. Chib, still playing on that line. Doge, we talked about it. Is there a bearish divergence? Is this going to be a lower high? Then will we see a sell signal? Most likely hit target 1, target 2, possible target 3. I can't remember if I mapped this one out or not. It looks like I mapped it out, but with the eyeball test, it's usually pretty close anyways. I can just kind of visualize where those maps would be. I've just been doing it for so long. That seems like target 1, target 2. Bearish divergence, possible lower high. Too early to call it as of yet. MicroStrategy has hit two of the 4 targets so far. If it breaks down from the 4th target, then see arrow pointing to gap, right? So pretty simple, right? If it hits target 1, great. Then we could probably see target 2. If it hits target 2, great. Starts breaking back down, then we can see target 3. If target 3 doesn't hold, then see target 4. If target 4 doesn't hold, then see gap fill. Then we'll talk about maybe the next possible buy the dip scenario after that. So we'll see how it plays out. NASDAQ trying to bounce back, right? Still has not hit shorter term target 1. Was that it? Did it find bottom? Is that it? Too early to say. It's battling. If you look at there's still no buy signal on RSI, still no bullish MACD crossover as of yet. The red trending dots are still trending downward, right? So all things considering, SP 500, similar thoughts, not bouncing back up as good as the NASDAQ, right? Dow Jones, similar thoughts, except for never had those battling buy signals over here. Only that one sell signal after the bearish divergence, after the reverse candle, after the lower high, then a sell signal, and has hit target 1 so far. Russell 2000. Russell 2000 has hit target 1, similar to Dow Jones so far, right? So far. What else? US 10-year yield has flipped ultra bullish. Posted that chart earlier on Twitter X app. Yesterday, we were talking about this as a possibility, right? I just moved it out of the way. If it breaks through target 4 resistance, flips it into support, then you could see it take a run at this high over here, October 2023. And of course, if it breaks out of there, then the probabilities will continue to increase that we're going to go up and hit longer term target 3. This longer term target was based off of like at least a 40-year downward trend, right? So it's a longer term target 3. We don't know if it will be hit or not. It is trending up that way as of right now. That's the daily chart. Weekly chart is also bullish, right? Could be a higher low, could be a higher low, and then see if it's confirmed by taking out that higher high over that 4.9%. S10-year yield. That's the daily chart for DXY. It's hit 3 of the 4 targets so far. This one was mapped out, so those are dialed in pretty good. Hit this target back over here. Trending towards target 3 again. Right? You can see a little bit better on the weekly chart. So this is the dollar. I know a lot of people, perma bulls, continue to want to call every possible candle wick down that is going to break down. Well, it's not, right? It's bullish on the daily chart. It's bullish on the weekly chart. And it's even bullish on the monthly chart. So we will see if it continues to move higher at 105. You do that fourth target above, what was that? The fourth target is somewhere around 109-ish. And maybe that will complete the retracement. We don't know yet if it does or does not, but it is trending that way. At least it's trending towards target 3 as of right now. And then we'll take it from there. VIX, still bullish on the weekly chart. If you zoom in here, still bullish on the daily chart as of right now. Spiked all the way back up into target 3 again. So spiked up through target 3 back here on February 13th. Spiked up in the target 3 again. Still has not hit target 4 over here on the VIX. But it's still bullish. Trending dots are trending upward, right? So that's what we've been watching, covering. Let's see. Let's go into natural gas, right? Breaking back down. I've been watching this on the lower time frame, and it's got oversold. It's getting oversold as of right now, but that was a huge breakdown, right? So you got bearish divergence, right? You got a lower high, and then just crashed right back down. So just make sure that if you're buying, don't forget to also sell, right? So if you bought this based off of, say, this is 10x leverage, right? Because it's natural gas futures. So if you're on a lower time frame and you took that buy signal, right? Say you took that buy signal, you got overbought territory, reverse candle. Even that 6% doesn't sound like a lot, but multiply that by 10%, that's 60%, right? Okay, so say if you didn't take profit there, then you see bearish divergence, right? Bearish divergence, candle close, and a sell signal back over here. Again, still about 6%. So you just got to decide what your strategy is. Is 6% enough? Is that enough for you? You know, for example, if you're on 60%, and say if it's $1,000 that you risked, right? You would have made $600 on that $1,000. And you're talking about in a matter of see if it was back here, if it was based on the reverse candle, it's 32 hours, right? So 1 day, 9 hours. Or if you waited all the way till the next sell signal after bearish divergence, right? 6% is also 60% over 2 days and 9 hours, right? So there you go. Then, of course, you didn't listen to any of that, right? Then you got a possible lower high and another sell signal still at 5.2%. And, you know, at what point are you going to take profits, right? So if you don't take profits based off of, you have three basic chances, right? So you got one at 6% based off of overbought and a reverse candle. Then you've got bearish divergence with a sell signal and a candle close back below the trailing dots at 6%. And then you got a possible lower high with the sell signal again, right? So at what point do you take profits and lock in 50 to 60% on futures? So just want to kind of point that out. If you're trading that, most people probably shouldn't be trading it. I feel like, and I've talked about this many times in the past, natural gas futures has a lot of similarities to Bitcoin on patterns, but think of it as a really small market cap. So maybe it was like Bitcoin. I was kind of looking at the charts the other day. I can't remember exactly, but it feels like natural gas, the way it moves, is kind of like Bitcoin 2017. So imagine trading Bitcoin with 10x leverage in 2017. It's wild. It's a wild animal. So if you're not comfortable trading Bitcoin now in 2024 with 10x leverage, you probably definitely, well, not probably, you're definitely weren't ready for Bitcoin 10x leverage in 2017, and that would be natural gas. So I would say if you're trading this, you better have a strategy dialed in. You better be an expert at an expert at executing your strategy, and you know it's not easy, right? So I don't post about it a lot anymore because a lot of people couldn't handle it, and it was just too much for them. So I stopped posting it on a regular basis. But there are a lot of opportunities on it, right? And again, think of it, it reminds me of like a Bitcoin 2017 with 10x leverage. Woo, wild animal, right? So it's a wild animal. And I was on the 1 hour chart, and I took that move. So I took that move over there. Obviously, I'm not going all in over there, but just let you know that I do that. So what else? How are we doing? Oh my gosh. We have 6 likes on this live stream. That's it. And one of them was from me. Oh, that's terrible. Let's go ahead and repost that and throw in a comment over here. This is what we're looking for. Over here. You know, get a little help over here and post a comment, hit that like button, follow me over there, and help me help me on the algorithms, whether you're on the Twitter X app live stream or you're over there on the YouTube live stream. Whatever you're on, help me out over there and smash those like buttons. So what else? Let's get into some of the comments over. Oh, let's keep going. Then we'll circle back to some of the comments. We're back on the daily chart. ANF, one target. NVIDIA, one target so far. Was that it? Maybe. Bitcoin dominance. Still watching this. Here, let's move to the weekly chart on this one. This is a possible inverse head and shoulders, right? You got Bitcoin dominance. The next target I should probably just put that on there. Here, let me just draw that on there. The next target that it's missed so far barely is 56. All right, let's change that to yellow. It's 56%. And then you've got another one at 60%. I don't know if that one will get hit or not. It's possible, but you've got this would be like the third longer term target, and this would be like the fourth longer term target, and then you've got this possible inverse head and shoulders where it would bring it up to about 57%. So we'll see. But the next target is really about 56%, give or take, right? So that's Bitcoin dominance. HUT hit 3 of the 4 targets to the upside, and that was it. After the 3 of the 4 targets, started to break back down, had that sell signal, trending dots, trending back down. So just waiting for it to find bottom on HUT. Hive, similar thoughts, had that one buy signal and quickly sold back off, right? So that's Hive over there. MIGI, similar thoughts, still trying to find bottom over here, right? Oh, gonna sneeze. Here we go. Didn't sneeze. So took out this pivot point over here again, right? So it's really gone through a correction. It's been going through a correction since December 27th, and then another wick over here, January 11th. And then after that, it's been going through a correction for, what is it? January 11th to April 4th, 3 months, 3-month correction, right? So it could continue to correct. Hasn't been a buy signal since February 7th, right? So that's MIGI. Bitfarm, similar thoughts, still trying to find bottom. CLSK, still trying to find bottom. Got this gap over here at 1059. Marathon Digital, back below the 200-week movie average. Did not find support at the 200-week movie average. Is back below it, right? Same with Riot. Same with We Gonna Make It. Still trying to find bottom, right? Wolf had that sell signal yesterday and still trying to find bottom as well. Iris Energy had that sell signal on Monday, still trying to find bottom. We don't know when and where they're going to find bottom. We'll find out. Another pending sell signal on Cypher Mining over here, right? So you had that sell signal on Friday and still below the trading dots. Have another pending sell signal over there. What else? Oh, let's take a look at Magnificent 7. Meta flat today, right? Put in that bearish divergence. Nvidia trying to get back above the trending dots. After this bearish divergence, will it put in a lower high? Too early to say. We'll find out. Higher time frames are still bullish, right? Still ultra bullish on the weekly chart. So maybe that was it. Maybe it just took out target 1, and that's all it will be. Too early to say over there. Meta, no sell signal. Amazon's ultra bullish on the daily chart. Breaking news, Amazon. Someone lit the orange candle on over there, right? Lit it on fire. Microsoft hit the longer term A&F target 1. Tesla might take a while to go through that bottoming phase. We've been talking about Apple. Let's get some of these drawings off. What was it? Real Estate Mindset was talking about his 170 options call yesterday, right? Said it's possible that it could work out, but based off of yesterday, it was too early to call it, right? So his call is currently at 170 as of right now. And we said it could be finding bottom, is oversold, could be finding bottom, too early to call it, right? There is bullish divergence. Price could get back above the downward trend line. Could get back above the trending dots and then possibly down back above the downward trend line. But as of right now, it's not. So we'll continue to watch it over there on Apple and see if Apple catches a bounce or not. Google still bullish over there on the daily chart. Took out the pivot high over here at January 2024 and still bullish over there. Never hit this lower target over here. Got close, but never hit it. Let's see what else. We'll double check. We'll circle back. Let's get into some of the comments over here. We're 30 minutes into it. Let's see. RB asked for a change to the live stream. He did? Huh. Morning, fam. Jonathan Martinez. Good morning. Welcome back. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, I remember Solano. Yep. Good morning again. Dang, Jonathan. That's a lot of good mornings. You must be all hyped up on caffeine over there. Big up, Jay. Just a giant thank you. You got it, Matthew. Good afternoon. You got it. Good afternoon, Steve. Sup, 4K mods. What about my dear NVIDIA? Yep, just covered it briefly. First sniper target is 20 likes. Yeah, get it, RB. Get it. Sniper it. BTC had plus 2,384% wick to wick 2017. Yo, Jesse, you look orange today. Awesome. Thank you. Jesse, do you chart? I don't know if that's a compliment or not, but yeah, thank you. Jesse, do you chart Moderna mRNA? I did a long time ago. I've shorted Moderna in the past, mRNA. It was a long time ago. I haven't looked at mRNA in a long time. Let's see. I remember shorting it with options back in the day. When was that? That was a long time ago. When was that? It was back here, right? I had the bearish divergence on the weekly chart, I believe, right? Bearish divergence. And then lower high, another lower high, another lower high. That's when I was shorting Moderna. It was a 2021, right? So I was shorting it back then. Not all the time, but I did have, I think I shorted it at least 3 times, right? So shorted it back here, February 2020, it flipped bullish, right? We all know what happened back in February 2020, March 2020. It's interesting how you follow the money, right? If you just follow the money on mRNA, never did anything and was listed on the stock exchange December 2018. And then once there was a January 2020, February 2020, March 2020, it became really bullish, right? It's crazy how that works out, where the charts are telling you how bullish it is back in January, March. Here, let's zoom in a little bit. Let's zoom in. How crazy it is that you start getting buy signals back here in end of 2019, starts to get bullish, and then the news, everything starts ramping up high speed over there, February 2020, and then if you look back in monthly chart, right, all you have to do is follow the money. Monthly chart flipped bullish February 2020, and then whoever was in Myrna, right? Whoever was in Myrna all the way up till August 2021. Now that was a strong bull move, right? So from back here, right, all the way up, just a quick 1900% move. Follow the money, they say. Follow the money. That's all you got to do. Follow the money. So I don't know what the question is, but yeah, there was reverse candles on the weekly chart for Myrna. Buy signal still below the 200-week moving average, but that's about it. Can you look at snow? Sure, you got it. Snow. Snowflake. Snow. So the weekly chart is still bearish as of right now. Trending dots are still trending down. So it could have found bottom, Thomas, back here at $110. Too early to call it as of right now, though, right? So too early to call it. It's still in a downtrend on the weekly chart. Monthly chart is still bearish as well. Daily chart is still no buy signal on the daily chart. However, right, Most likely this is bullish divergence, right? We can take a look at it. Most likely this is bullish divergence. And then we have a reversal candle. And if you've been following me on the live streams, then you know that this is one of my favorite setups, right? Of a trend reversal. If you have bullish divergence, you're seeing that the candles are, hold on. You're seeing that the candles are overbought. I'm sorry, oversold, right? They're blue. So you got oversold candles. You've got bullish divergence, most likely. We'll confirm it here in a second. And let me zoom in here in case you're on your cell phone over here. Kind of zoom in on what we're looking at, right? So oversold blue candles, most likely bullish divergence, and then reversal can followed by a reverse candle. And now price is trying to get back above the trending dots. So if this is going to be a reversal for a nice bounce, I would just be cautious that it might not be the bottom because the higher time frames are still bearish, right? So if you're taking this breakout, if you're taking this reversal, just know that the higher time frames have not flipped back around yet, and it could take some time. So if that happens, you could see spikes like this, right? You could see spikes like that. So just keep that in mind, right? As the higher time frames are still bearish as of right now. Doesn't mean they couldn't flip back around. You got a nice gap here. Uh, Gaps, what I always say, what I've been saying for a long time is that not all gaps get filled, but they sure do work great as targets, right? So kind of put that gap over here. That was huge. Looks like a pretty big gap too if you look at it from wick to let's see, this wick down here, almost 16% gap. Here, let's put that gap up a little bit better. Almost 16% gap. Let's see. Move this down here like that. Yeah, so you do have bullish divergence. The indicator's not picking up. You even have an RSI buy signal over here, right? RSI buy signal. So you got bullish divergence. It was oversold. And then after bullish divergence, immediately followed after is a reverse candle. I love that. RSI pending buy signal right now. And then maybe we'll see a buy signal in the near future. From this pivot point to here, probably looking at, if all it is a retracement, probably looking at like target 1, probably like target 2, target 3, and then maybe even target 4 up around there. So that would still probably be a pretty big, massive play, whether, from current price here, target 1, 7, who knows if you're on stock or options, whatever it is, but you can see the potential there in a matter of like how many days, right? So maybe a month, right? Who knows? But yeah, there's massive potential there, potentially massive potential, potential. The cautions are the weekly chart is still bearish, right? Yeah, I mean, weekly chart, like even in this case, you can see like the weekly chart bounce up to the trending dots and then come back down. And then that higher low is that higher probability. So that's what I would kind of see it. Maybe it only hits target 1, target 2. It takes a while for that gap to get eventually filled. But yeah, it's possible the weekly chart is finding bottom, but it's too early to call it. And the daily chart, maybe it just spikes up, hits a couple targets, comes all the way back down, right? So, woo-wee, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing over here. That's what we're doing in real time. I haven't looked at snow. So here we are, right? Bitcoin, still no MACD bullish crossover. Let's get that off and get back on the cursor. Let's delete that little dot. So still no MACD bullish crossover. Still no buy signal on RSI. But the trending dots continue to move upward. We'll see if it continues to move forward and see if we get a real breakout here in the near future or not over on Bitcoin. My bad. YouTube glitching on me this morning. You still looking at you and Tillery. They had sell signals. I haven't looked at them recently, but we can look at them. Remind me tomorrow if you want to take a look at them. You were orange because of the snow the other day, dear Jesse. Oh, got it. What else? Brett, crypto, please. Thanks for your time. Brett, I don't think there's going to be any value I can add on Brett Henderson. I don't think there's a lot of chart history. So I don't think I'm going to be able to add any value over there. So if there's not a lot of chart history, then there's not really much for me to do. Let's see. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, there's not much on there, right? It on this exchange for Bitmart, it was added March 11th. Maybe there's other ones that have more chart history, but there's just not much for me to add. It's battling the trending dots as of right now. On the daily chart, you'd probably have to drop down to a much lower time frame just to try to get anything, right? But you know my thoughts. If we can't chart like weekly chart, monthly chart, daily chart, all that stuff, then I'm not interested really personally because can't really chart it. There was multiple sell signals. I mean, that looks ugly, right? That looks ugly. There's just nothing. You can't really add anything on that one. That it's just pure chop, right? It's pure chop. It's really choppy, choppy chop. Average volume, yeah, not much really to report. Just really choppy, and there's not much really you can do with it. So you're on your own on that one. Yo, Andre, welcome back. Sup, everybody? Are you long BTC.eth? Hi, Jesse. Can you check on Velo coin? Is it Velo or Velo? Velo or Velo? Velo. Let's take a look at it. Diego HB. Where is it? There it is. Got it. Found it. Located it. So I think this is one of those bearish divergence followed by a reverse candle, right? I think either you or someone else had me take a look at it back here and when it was breaking out, and it broke out, right? It broke out, became overbought, reverse candle, pumped up again. Most likely bearish divergence now followed by reverse candle, right? So a lot of similarities to Doge, right? We looked at Doge earlier where there was bearish divergence followed by a reverse candle, followed by a possible lower high on Doge, right? This has a lot of similarities to that, in my opinion. So you've got here, you could probably draw it out like this. Even like that, probably more like that, right? So you've got bearish. Was that bearish? Yeah, let me just confirm. Yep, bearish divergence, right? So you got bearish divergence followed by a reverse candle, right? It's not 100% accurate, but eyeball test, the last 3 times on Bitcoin, it worked out where it was 2 out of 3 times, right? I didn't do like a long back test on it, but so you got bearish divergence followed by a reverse candle. It may come back down, right? Then put in a lower high and then come back down further. It's possible. It's possible. Doge was looking very similar, but as of right now on the daily chart, bearish divergence followed by a reverse candle. If you took this buy signal or this breakout back here, right? If you took this buy back here, at what point do you take profits? That would be 57% at the reverse candle. If you waited for bearish divergence followed by a reverse candle at 123%, whatever your strategy is, right? When would now be a good time to take profits if that's something you're into? If you took out this breakout here, you see bearish divergence followed by a reverse candle, makes sense, right? Obviously, none of this is financial advice. Obviously, this is for educational purposes only. And obviously, hopefully we find some entertainment along the way. Let's keep going. Matt Cohn, best Lightning TA in the game. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate that. Yep, we're lightning fast over here, going fast. 30, Tanya, 40. Which is it, Tanya? Are you 30 or are you 40? Or are you somewhere in between? Yeah, caught a live stream or the end. Oh, did I hit the mic? No. or the end anyway. Yeah, I mean, you could go on if you're on YouTube, which you are, you could do the 1.25x speed or faster. I could barely do the 1.25x speed if I'm watching something. If I really want to soak in what they're saying, but if not really, if it's just for like, entertainment purposes, then I'll do 1.25 speed. But some people do 1.5, 1.75, and even 2x speed. I'm like, I wouldn't be able to retain anything going that fast. And my chair would be looking like this. Yeah, so cool. Awesome. Is Tanya 30 or 40? Tanya 30 or 40. We don't know. It's in her name. Jesse, possible. Yep, possible. What else? Anything else looking interesting to us? Let's see. Over here. Square, not much happening. Yeah, I think that's about it. I think we'll keep it to that 30 to 45 minutes. We're at 46 minutes right now. Thank you for all of your support. I appreciate it. Smash that like button, smash the subscribe button. You know what to do after all this time. And help me. And we will see you tomorrow on Friday. Hope you have a good rest of your day.